All right, welcome to today's explainer. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and honestly, it's pretty incredible. We're deconstructing a source text that isn't just a bunch of dry data. No, it's literally a visionary blueprint. It's a step-by-step guide on exactly how to build the perfect presentation about humanoid robots. And you know what's really fascinating here? It's not just the tech itself, but the exact way we're being instructed to talk about it. So, let's jump right in and unpack how this document wants us to frame the coming robotics revolution.
Just look at this phrase right here, an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the future arriving early. That is not just some catchy slogan, right? It's the main hook of the whole concept. It perfectly captures that super ambitious, almost cinematic vibe the pitch is going for. The blueprint actually demands that you, the audience, feel chosen, kind of like you were just handed a VIP pass to a top-secret lab. We aren't just looking at machines, we're literally peeking behind the curtain to see the future before it hits the mainstream. It is such a smart psychological trigger to instantly lock in your attention.
And that brings us to the primary objective laid out in the brief. Listen, there is absolutely no room here for boring theory or those long, drawn-out philosophical debates about sci-fi. None of that. This blueprint demands a dynamic show. The focus is strictly on real-world, industrial humanoid robots that are out there executing tasks on factory floors right now. The entire goal is to show this technology actually working and to keep the momentum so incredibly high that there isn't even a split second to feel bored.
So, you might be wondering, how exactly does this plan ground such a wild, ambitious presentation in reality? Well, it all rests on these three structural pillars. The source demands we stick strictly to the facts. That means we highlight the specific capabilities of these machines, we showcase the exact companies building them, and probably most importantly, we detail real-world deployments in actual facilities. This whole strategy is designed to just immediately crush any skepticism. It leaves literally zero room for doubt by giving you undeniable proof that these robots are already here and they're already hard at work.
Moving right along to Section 1, Formatting the Future, Required Tone and Style Guidelines.
Now, this is where things get really interesting, because we see this striking contrast between two major communication directives. On one hand, we're told to keep the language super simple, basically strip away all that heavy, overcomplicated engineering jargon, but on the other hand, we've got to make the visual descriptions incredibly vivid and rich. It is honestly the perfect balance. You break down these crazy complex concepts so anyone can grasp them, while at the exact same time you're painting these powerful, captivating pictures in the audience's mind. It just makes absorbing all this wild information completely effortless and super impactful.
But think about it. How do you actually achieve that kind of vividness? Well, the source insists it all comes down to a very specific emotional foundation. The required tone here is one of genuine excitement and curiosity. Just imagine the energy of a totally passionate researcher who just made a massive, groundbreaking discovery and they literally cannot wait to share it with the world. It's that exact spark, that emotional charge. That is what elevates this whole thing from just some standard, dry academic report into something that is truly thrilling to experience.
And finally, the source dictates this absolutely brilliant strategic maneuver to close out the pitch. Because look, a truly great presentation always leaves a lasting impression, right? And this blueprint requires leaving you, the audience, with one very specific lingering thought. How fast might this technology actually scale? That one question just completely shifts the focus. You go from looking at what we've already seen to realizing the staggering potential of the changes right around the corner. It forces you to really think about it, and it leaves everyone with this sense of restless anticipation for what's going to happen tomorrow. It is just a remarkable blueprint from start to finish. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me for today's explainer, and I'll catch you next time.